Alright guys, already starting off with some with some camera flare, great. So we're going to do a comic review to get our minds off of what just happened earlier today. And we're going to be talking about a comic I got a couple months ago. I just got around to finally reading it. And that is The Thing, The Next Big Thing, which is a mini-series written by Walter Mosley, who is apparently a New York Times best-selling author. I've never heard of his books, but alright, they have it plastered there on the title. With artwork by Tom Riley and Jordi Bellier. I suck at these last names. Yeah, so this is a 6-issue miniseries that is all about Ben Grimm himself. This is all about Ben going on his own little adventure. Honestly, I love the character of the Thing. Thing is one of my favorite Marvel superheroes. If you guys don't know, Fantastic Four is my favorite superhero team, and Thing is probably one of the big reasons why. He's a big orange rock man who literally is just like, I don't know what all this science shit is, I'm just gonna punch stuff. If there's something to punch, or if there's a plane to fly, I'm your man. So, I always enjoy this, and I didn't know this comic was a thing. Yeah, pun. Unintentional pun is unintentional and funny. But yeah, so what is The Next Big Thing? So this comic takes place during the Dan Slott run, but don't worry, this comic can be read on its own without reading Dan Slott books. It's alright. And essentially what it is that Thing was out on a vacation and comes back to find out Alicia's is a little too friendly with someone else. He freaks out, although admittedly the guy does mace him. So Thing is put on house arrest, and Alicia kind of calls Thing, because this is before they get married. This is when they're engaged, and Thing and him, they're taking a break. So Thing, down in the dumps, Ben is just like, oh, whatever, I think I need to find someone else to date for a bit, just get my mind off. And that's when a fairy shows up, who claims that she can find the perfect match for Ben. Let me say that again, a fairy shows up to try to play matchmaker with him. And what I love most about this book, this comic fully acknowledges that they live in a comic book universe. There's never a moment where like, that's stupid, or that makes no sense. Ben is just rolling with the punches. Everything that happens, Ben is just kind of rolling with the punches everywhere he goes. He is, whatever happens in this book, he is just kind of like, alright, cool. In fact, he's like, I'm just gonna go, when he sees the fairy, he's just like, I'm gonna go to sleep. I can't deal with that today. That is you are a little too much today. I got arrested. I had to break out of jail with Hercules, who, by the way, I love this moment because there's this aura hanging over Thing that Hercules sees, and like, when Reed is there to bail him, get him out of prison, Hercules tells him, Friend Grimm, there's this dark aura around you, a curse perhaps. And Reed is just like, huh, a curse? Maybe we should go talk to Doctor Strange and see if he can help you. And Thing's like, I'll just sleep it off. It's just like, I love how this universe is just like, even Reed is like, you'd think Reed would be like, let me run some tests. But no, Reed is just like, that's weird, let's go talk to Doctor Strange, maybe you can help. Like, yeah, so I do like that Mosley, like, has this whole lived-in world, and really acknowledges it, because normally there'd be like, Reed would be like, I don't trust that Strange, or whatever, but yeah. So this comic goes from from Yancey Street all the way to the moon. It's a cosmic romp, and it's a lot of fun, and the artwork is amazing. Let me give you a perfect example of how good the artwork in this book is, because holy shit, it is really breathtaking and some really damn good. Just look at that. Just look at all of that. It's a dream sequence, but still, that's just a taste of the artwork. Thing, like, Ben finds himself battling the champion of the universe. If you guys remember, that was from Contest of Champions, and him and Thing got a rivalry already. And there's a damn good fight. Like, Walter Mosley knows how to put together a fight in a comic book, because the fight between him and the champion of the champion of the universe is pretty damn good. There's even a fight. There's even like stuff in here that is like some Fantastic Four deep cuts, and I'm not talking just like Willie Lumpkin. I'm talking like the Faceless One and some other characters that show up. Now, there are two characters that follow Thing around throughout this book. One being this woman named Amaryllis, who Thing kind of dates during him and Felicia's break, and Then we have this kid named Benny, who I... Is it Benny? I forget. Hang on. I want to make sure, because this... Oh, Bobby. Excuse me. Yeah, Bobby. So yeah, Bobby. And both of those characters, I'm not going to spoil anything, but they aren't who they say they are. But you kind of figure out who they are throughout the book. In fact, Thing does too. He's just like, I'm just along for the ride. Like, that's how Ben kind of deals with shit, is just like, this is a lot for me, I gotta keep going. Like, that's just how he's like, he's just trying to process all this, and throughout this, Thing is just doing what he does best. It's clobbering time. This is a fun book. Like I said, you don't need to read Dan Slott's run. This really feels like it's its own thing. It feels in a nice lived-in world. And if you are a fan of The Thing, or, you know, if you're a fan of Ben Grimm or the Fantastic Four, I do recommend this. I highly recommend this book a lot. So, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I found this on a whim in a comic shop down in this place called Tate's. Massive place, by the way. And I just found this on a whim. I had never heard of this book, and I was just like, huh, I want to get... And this came out recently, like 2021. Yeah, this was about 2 years old. So this was a lot of fun. I highly recommend this book. It's a lot of fun. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much my review for The Thing, the next big thing. I would not be opposed to Walter Mosley maybe doing some more stuff with with The Thing. Or maybe a Fantastic Four run. And I doubt editorial will get in his way, because if this guy's a big writer, then I doubt they will, like, shit stomp most of his dreams. So, and he clearly has a good voice for some of the Fantastic Four, even though we don't get Johnny or Sue, we just get Reed. But it kind of feels like he has a good grip on Fantastic Four. But anyway, so there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.